Evening all. Just about to load up this hey Chris, just about to load up this, you can't really see it, let me see if I can get another light on. There you go. This Bentley. It's a little small, barely bent Lovat and some Erinmore. I think it's become a little bit stoved. It's been in the car for a while. It smells delicious. To be honest, I really am in the mood for a cigar. Just finished a wedding. Hey Pipehead OR and hey Gamecock Piper. Hi Mike, how you doing? Just loading up some Erinmore mixture in this Bentley little pipe. Earlier on I smoked some of the Rattray's dark fragrant. Just going to set the sat nav to get me home. It's been a long, very hard day today. The weather's been disgusting. Alright, I'm going to turn you guys around. How you all been? What you guys been up to? Oh, good for you, Mike. How was it? It is currently 1:45 in the morning. It's a bit later than I thought it would be, but better late than never. Tomorrow's going to be a real test because I've got another wedding tomorrow. So a wedding after a wedding is always hard, but that's going to be very late. I don't think I'll get home much before 3 or 4 in the morning tomorrow. Is that Erinmore mixture, Pipehead or flake? No, Solani. Solani's not been a big success story for me. I bought, when it came into stock in GQ Tobaccos about a year or so ago, I bought 2 of the big silver tins, the 100-gram tins of the 633, the Silver Flake, is it called? I don't know if it's the same one as what you're talking about. Potlatches. Now hang on, which was the one that I've been smoking recently of the Seattle Pipe Club? Is it Potlatch? Incidentally, somebody sent me, I received today, a very nice gift. No, I'm not sure that I've tried the Virginia one then. Anyway, the hi Jimmy, how you doing? I must confess, I don't think I've ever smoked any of the Captain Blacks, and I really ought to try them don't think any self-respecting pipe smoker can say that they smoke a pipe without at least trying Captain Black. And just before I started the wedding today, the ceremony, the service, took place in a synagogue, or at least in the synagogue hall. And there was an old gentleman, a real codger, sitting at the front, on the front steps of the synagogue, smoking a pipe. And I think I knew that this guy smoked a pipe. I'm pretty sure that I knew that he smoked a pipe, but I hadn't seen him smoke a pipe, at least not for a long time. And it was quite a heartwarming thing. And hi Sean, how you doing? And it was really nice to see. It was actually a really classic picture of an old gentleman sort of sitting outside the front door of a building on the steps. And I was tempted. I had my camera because I was working, but I didn't want to embarrass him. I went up to him anyway. I asked him what he was smoking, and I expected it to be something like Clan or Condor or any of the typical OTCs here in the UK. Anyway, he pulls out a bag of Amphora full aroma. I was really surprised. I really did not expect that. Anyway, so I've got my little EDC bag, and I keep a few different sort of blends with me when I go out, when I take that EDC bag. Sometimes recently I've been just taking one pipe along with me and a pouch of tobacco. But today I took it because of the wedding that I was doing. I knew I'd fancy a couple of bowls. So I gave him the remnants of a baggie of more mixture that I had in my pouch, and then he pipes up, excuse the pun, he pipes up and says, "Oh, I've had this before." I thought I was giving him a bit of a light bulb moment, but obviously, guys, I'm just going to put you on pause for a second. Sorry about that. Anyway, I don't know if any of you guys caught my video from this morning. And the second video earlier this afternoon about this debacle with this Greenpeace protester. Seems to have stirred a little bit of a passionate debate amongst some of my followers. Hey, Curmudgeon. Hey, Art, how you doing? Anyway, as I'm middle of saying, now that I see Art there, but I don't know who it was actually, but this morning in the post, I received a mouse mat and a coffee mug. I've actually got the mug here in my car with me, but I can't show it to you right now. And I have no idea who it came from. It wasn't you, Art, was it? It was you, Art. You're too kind. You sent me enough mugs already. I'm feeling like a bit of a mug. But this one's really, really pretty. I will I'll show it on a video tomorrow, hopefully, if I get the time. As I say, I've got another wedding tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'll have time to do that, but I'm expecting a couple of packages. I'm expecting a package from Northern Briars, hopefully with a new pipe, a bunch of briar hopefully, and some stems. I'm really excited about that one. I ordered a helix stem pipe. A helix stem is the spiral stem. He had one on his display at the Nottingham Pipe Show. I did a bit of video of it in the video that I did. I've had a helix from him before, but it wasn't 9mm. And that one actually, I think, came from the pipe show the 2 years previous. I think it was Tim, Wolf Valley Boy, who picked it up for me because I couldn't make it, and he very kindly sent me pictures of the pipes that were on display at the time, and he picked it up for me, which was very cool. But it wasn't 9mm, so I had to let it go eventually. So did any of you guys see that clip of the guy kicking out that Greenpeace protester? Because it really seems to have split opinions as to whether it was over the top or not. So I'm asking people what they think. Hi, Titanic. Well, one particular follower, I don't know if he still subscribes to me or not, but he took it very personally. He disagreed with my position and took it very personally. Sadly, I think we're parting company as a result. At least he is. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I think a lot of people would be crazy to say that he didn't do the right thing. It was just about how he did it. Some people say it was too aggressive, almost attacking, and some people say he just used a bit of force to frog march her out of the room, which was reasonable. I fall somewhere in between the two. Are you surprised that the police weren't on the scene after the fact, or generally to protect the premises, the event? Hey Chad, how you doing? I liked your comment about the silly season. I think she just walked in through the front door. Apparently there was no security there. I'm not entirely sure what the event was, but it certainly had some highbrow people there. And apparently there was no formal security, which in itself is almost incredulous. and apparently there was a whole group of them. I looked at a more extended clip of the incident. Yeah, okay, Chad. I watched a more extended clip, and there was a whole group of them sort of trying to protest, and eventually they were all frog marched out. Hey, Bearded Skywalker. I think in the end, the waiters and some other people had to get involved to try and create a bit of a partition between them and the rest of the people in the hall. It was bizarre. I've got to say that I did find his demeanor, the guy who did the frog marching, I did find when I saw it the first time, I must be honest, my instinct, I was quite appalled. But it didn't last. I watched it and rewatched it a few times, and there was somebody who said that he struggled on how to manhandle her because he didn't want to be accused of handling her in a sexual way by touching one of her, her front or whatever. And so you could see he was fumbling quite a bit at the beginning. And I don't know whether that's true or not. I know Tim took affront to that and he said that that's ridiculous. But I don't know. It did look very awkward right in the first couple of seconds. And then he basically gripped around the neck and frog marched her out. Yes, yeah, she definitely had broken away from the group and was headed towards the dais. No question about that. And if you watch it closely, when you see her being frog marched out, take a look at the look on her face. She was a middle-aged woman by the looks of it. I don't know how old she was. I can't remember what they said on the radio afterwards, if she was young or not. But she didn't look to be very old, and she didn't look to be very young. But she looked perfectly happy when she was being frog marched out, which I was very surprised at. If it was such a tyrannical situation, I would have thought she'd be panicky and struggling. She didn't struggle at all. She didn't try and get away from his grip. She just went along with it, and it was like almost kids playing in the park, and one of them's being naughty and gets led away by an adult, and just accepts the fact that they've been sort of caught out. And publicity, absolutely. That's exactly. She got what she wanted. She wanted to provoke a reaction, and that's what she did. And the most the best result for her was somebody overreacting and sort of getting a bit aggressive and getting a bit uppity about it all. Got a bit of this bowl left. Gonna carry on smoking for a bit. It's been quite oppressively humid today. I sweated buckets, literally buckets today at the wedding. He's former military. Okay. It didn't look very military to me, I must be honest. If it was if it had been in some kind of personal security, I'd have expected him to have a hand round her back or something like that, but he didn't. He fumbled it, and to me it looked actually quite human, his reaction. It was an overreaction for sure, but it was quite a fumble, it was quite a basic attempt at getting her out of the room, and it looked quite fumbled. It looked unprofessional, if anything, When I say human, I don't mean human as in an an effort of humanity. I don't mean it in that way. I mean in terms of it being fallible, and it being fairly basic and unprofessional, as I said. Yeah, I think he's admitted that he was that it was a bit over the top. Cheers, everyone. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to wish you all a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining me and keeping me company on my way home. Just a short one this evening. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one.